So welcome everyone. My name is Jen Laskowski and I'm the Digital Experience Consultant here at Marigold. Today we'll be taking a look at 3 new e-resources that Marigold has added over the past few months, including BiblioBoard, DigitalLearn, and FamilySearch. I'll provide a brief overview of each of these e-resources and then we'll take a closer look at each of them as well. I've also left some time at the end if you have questions about these e-resources or any other ones, we can talk about those as well. So let's get started with BiblioBoard. BiblioBoard allows your community to share local history and content from local authors, musicians, artists, and more. All library patrons have access to BiblioBoard, and you can read the latest indie author ebooks, and there's a ton of content to discover on there. BiblioBoard also has 2 additional components that everybody in the library has access to. The first one is Pressbooks. It is a self-publishing tool where authors can upload their work, write their stories directly in Pressbooks, and they can essentially create their entire manuscript. It has templates for design, and all you have to do is select the one you want, so it does all the work for you. The second one is the Indie Author Project, where writers can submit their work and have it added to their local BiblioBoard. Additionally, once their work has been added, it goes through a curation process for the chance to be added to the Indie Author Select curations, which are featured on all BiblioBoards across Canada and the US. So there's a lot of components involved with BiblioBoard. The next one is DigitalLearn, which is a public library association's website. It's an online hub for digital literacy support and training. So it includes self-directed tutorials for users to increase their digital literacy skills. There's no sign-up required, and you can download certificates once you've finished each course. So essentially, DigitalLearn provides users with the skills to safely navigate using the online world. FamilySearch has billions of birth, marriage, death, census, land, and court records from more than 130 countries. They add over 300 million free genealogical records and images online yearly from all over the world, and they manage the famous Family History Library in Salt Lake City. So it is an in-library access only e-resource. That was their requirement when we set it up with them. And we often get asked, what is the difference between Ancestry and FamilySearch? What I always say is that FamilySearch provides a wide collection similar to Ancestry. However, unlike Ancestry, you have access to all the features available on FamilySearch. There's nothing where you need to make a paid account to get access to. So that's a brief overview of each of those. We will move to looking at each one of these a little closer. So we'll start with BiblioBoard. If you access BiblioBoard through your library website e-resources page, this is the landing page that it will take you to. If you haven't used BiblioBoard before, you'll have to create a profile. The first thing you have to do is enter your library card number and your PIN number, and this just verifies that you are a member in the Marigold library system. And once you do that, you can fill out your email address, which is optional, but it's always good in case you forget your password. And then create a username and password as well. Once you've done that, you can log right into BiblioBoard. And again, this is the page that it will take you to. So on the homepage of BiblioBoard, they have what they refer to as curations. And these are various collections that are available on BiblioBoard for you to navigate through. Most of them right now are the Indie Author Project contest winners, Indie Alberta, so books from local authors. So there's a few to look through right now. You as a library staff member can create your own curations, but that's a topic for another time because it's a little more intensive. So if you ever are curious about that, you can always ask me for more information. But as far as your library users go, we'll cover the basics of what they would use the most. So we have the curations on the homepage that you can look through, read ebooks. In the menu in the top left corner here, under Explore, we have the curations that are on the homepage. You have categories, so you can view things in various genres. Modules are similar to curations, again, groups of ebooks that you can look through. They also have Watch. They do have some videos that you can view as well on BiblioBoard. Read if you just want to look at all the ebooks. And they also have some audio files under Listen that you can look through as well. Any content that you access in BiblioBoard can be read or listened to or watched directly in BiblioBoard. So for example, if I click on this book, you can see it says read. And it opens right in BiblioBoard, and you navigate through it similar to any other ebook platform, using the arrows to navigate pages, changing the text, saving your spot. So it's fairly user-friendly to figure out how to use. You don't have to borrow the items, you can just read them directly in BiblioBoard. We also mentioned Pressbooks and the Indie Author Project, which you can access when you are in BiblioBoard under the Menu tab. Over on the right-hand side here, under For Authors, Create a Book will take you to Pressbooks, and Learn About the Indie Author Project is where you can go to find more information on that. We also have links to both of those platforms on the eResources page on your website. But let's take a look at Pressbooks. So again, if you access it through the eResources page on your website, this is the screen it will take you to. And you just have to click Connect via your local library. Now, if you've already created an account with BiblioBoard, you can use those same login credentials for Pressbooks. You don't have to create another account for it. If you haven't, you would click Get Started Now, and it would take you through the same login process as it did for BiblioBoard. But once you sign in, this is the home screen that you will see. They have just recently added the Adapt a Book option, so I'm not going to talk about that today. We'll just look at Create a Book. So when a user logs on, the first option obviously is to create a book. And because Pressbooks is an online web-based tool, it asks for a site name. So any site name would be marigold.pressbooks.pub/ whatever you choose to put in here. It can be any URL that you want. It can be the title of the book. It can be your name, whatever you want it to be. You can put in your book title as well. And you can change your book title at any time. So if you aren't sure what to title your book, you can just put in a generic title and come back to it later. You can also decide if you want the book to be visible to the public or not, and you can also change that at any time. Once you create your book, it will open to your dashboard. And here's the book I just created. You can see it has the generic cover right now, which you can create your own covers in Pressbooks as well. On the dashboard tab, The great thing that Pressbooks has is right here, it has all the training information. It has getting started with Pressbooks. It has the user guide, training webinars, all the information you need to know to really delve into using Pressbooks. But I will give you a brief overview of the main features that are important to know about. So on the left-hand side here under Organize, this is where you would add pages, chapters, text to your book. Under Book Info, this is where you can edit that title. You can add in a subtitle, authors, editors, all of that basic book information you can fill out there. Appearance is where you have themes. So these are all templates on various themes, and you can select one and it will automatically add it to the content that you have added to your book. So you don't have to format everything, it automatically does it for you. And you can try as many different styles and templates as you want. Export is once you are done with your book, if it's ready to go, you can select which formats you want to export it in. And again, you can export your book as many times as needed. If you realize there are mistakes and you want to come back and change it, or you want to try a different theme, you can do that as many times as you want to. You also have the Import tab. So if you've written your book up in another file, for example, a Word doc, you could import that into Pressbooks and it will help you format it as well. Those are the main tabs in Pressbooks. It is a lot of information to learn and navigate through, but like I said, you can go in and play around with it, and they do on the dashboard have all of those informational support resources as well. The other component is the Indie Author Project. So if you click on the link from the eResources page on your website, this is the page it will take you to. And it outlines the submission guidelines for the Indie Author Project. It provides a bit of information on what it is. And if you want to submit a book, it takes you through a very simple application process where you just provide a bit of information about yourself. You would upload your file, and it will give you details on when you will hear back and when your book is accepted. So it's very straightforward, fairly simple to do. So as I said, there is a lot of information with BiblioBoard, but these are all the main features that your patrons will most likely use. There are some features, as I said, that you as library staff can use on the back end to get your users more engaged in using BiblioBoard, but that, as I said, is a bit more intensive. So if you want more information on that, please let me know and we can help you get set up with some of those things. But we will go and look at DigitalLearn. So as I said, DigitalLearn is for enhancing those digital literacy skills for you and your library users. It is a very straightforward platform, very easy to navigate through. Even though it has this sign up login button up top, you do not have to log in, you don't have to sign up, you can just go on and start watching tutorials. They have them all listed here on the home page. And if you find one that you are interested in, for example, online fraud and scams, when you click on it, it gives you all of the information about how many activities, how long it will take, and you can see the outline here. Once you're ready, all you have to do is click start, and it will take you through the video step by step. Some of them do include little quizzes, and as I said, at the end of each course, there are certificates that you can download. So if this is something you wanted to use with the staff in your library, you could have them download the certificate at the end, so you could keep a record of who has completed what courses. There's also up at the top here on the right-hand side, tools and resources for trainers. So there are some additional materials here as well. You can adapt some of these courses to fit your needs as well. So that's another tool you have available on DigitalLearn if you want to take the reins and develop your own courses. But that's basically the main features for DigitalLearn. As I said, it's very straightforward, very easy to navigate through, but we wanted to provide something to help enhance those digital literacy skills, as it was a resource we were missing. The last e-resource that we have recently added is FamilySearch. With FamilySearch, you do have to create a free account. So this again is the home page that it will take you to. And when creating a free account, you just have to fill out the basic information again. And once you've done that, you're able to sign in and use FamilySearch no problem. So once you sign in, you do have your home page that has some basic information on it, has some tips on how to get started with FamilySearch. But the main components are up at the top here. So you have your family tree where you can actually go and create your own family tree. So it does provide an overview of, what family trees are, how you can go about creating yours on FamilySearch. So you can view your tree, you can search for people, add people to your tree, make adjustments as needed. You also have the search function. And there are multiple ways to search on FamilySearch. If you are familiar with genealogical databases, it's very easy to navigate through. It's similar to Ancestry. So you can search by people, collections, places, you can search images, you can search for family trees, many different options for searching on here. And of course, when you conduct a search, it will provide you with the option for filters so you can narrow down what you're looking for. We also have memories. So this is where you can save your own images. You can organize your photos, create slideshows, make albums. Your gallery is where you would upload or save any images that you have found. If there's people that are tagged in your photos as well. And then, of course, find more photos. Get involved is opportunities to volunteer with FamilySearch. There are opportunities for that. If you or you think your patrons might be interested, they do have information on that as well. And lastly, there are also activities available on FamilySearch. And these are more games and fun activities that users can do with their families, discovering their family history. It's a great tool for getting kids involved as well, because you have some short little activities you can do with them, recording your own stories, quite a few different options. So again, those are the basics of FamilySearch. It's another one of those e-resources that once you actually get into it and start looking around, it's a bit easier to work with and become familiar with.